remember waking up in the morning as a teenager, actually as a teenager most of my life, touching my face going, is there, oh God, not another, ugh. It's torture. And the number of products out there claiming they can help, especially for teenagers, is just maddening when I see how they're formulated, because they're not helping you, they're making matters worse. Some of the myths we believe around acne is that you can dry up acne. Well, a pimple isn't wet. So that makes no sense at all. If anything, the ingredients that dry up skin, because you can't just dry up the pimple, you're drying up everything around it, actually hurts the skin's healing process. Most of those ingredients make skin redder. You know, what color is acne? It's red. You don't want to put ingredients on it that make it redder, right? So drying up acne doesn't make sense. The other thing is that dirty skin. You just clean it better. You're not clean enough. If you were clean enough, you wouldn't get acne. If you don't have a genetic propensity for acne, you can roll around in dirt all day long and you're not going to break out, right? I am no more dirty than someone else who doesn't have acne. Tell your kids that, so they stop thinking that it's about just that next time they clean their face, they're making their faces redder. The other thing is products that tingle, right? Especially young people, although some, actually almost any age. If it tingles, it must be doing something. It must be better. Oh, it's active. So what it's actively doing, that tingly sensation, those ingredients like menthol, peppermint, eucalyptus, camphor, alcohol, that they stick in skincare products for acne are making matters worse. One of the most fascinating pieces of research I've seen in the last couple of years was that when skin is irritated, when you irritate skin, inside the pore there are receptor sites that get stimulated and trigger the production of androgens. Androgens are the hormones that make oil, that make skin oily. So the very ingredients you're using that you think are helping skin because you're drying up a pimple are actually making matters worse. They're increasing oil production. So one of the other myths you might have heard is that diet causes acne. So I remember when I was a kid that in those days it was about eating French fries and eating chocolate. As if the oil from the French fries was going straight to my pore. And I still don't know what the chocolate thing is about. Not getting chocolate on Easter used to drive me crazy. Give me that bunny. The chocolate bunny. There is some amount of research showing that dairy products, wheat products, iodine in certain shellfish and other types of fish, and peanuts in particular, might trigger acne. That is something you're going to have to experiment with to see if that's true for you. You just stop it, you see if it helps. The other myth, this one, I'm still not quite sure if I understand how this one got started. You put toothpaste on a pimple, it'll go away. There's actually research showing that toothpaste can trigger something called perioral dermatitis, which is you break out around your mouth. It actually can make matters worse. I think somehow the fluoride got associated, with killing bacteria that causes plaque, that somehow it does. I don't know what that is, but don't do that. That doesn't help anything. So what causes acne? What's happening inside a pore? So it's basic facts is that increased oil production, right, from androgens, the hormones running around your body, the buildup of dead skin cells that get in the way of the pore. Even within the pore, there is a skin lining. There's an epithelial lining. If those cells get stuck and grow and grow and grow and clog back a pore, preventing the oil from getting out, that increased oil production from getting out, you get a backup of oil. Then in the base of the pore spills the oil over. It spills the sebum over. And then the bacteria that's in the pore, P. acnes bacteria, that's sitting around in the pore, all of a sudden has lunch. Oh my God, look at the sebum spilling over. Oh my God, I can eat. Puts on a bib, fork, and knife and goes at it and proliferates. All of a sudden, you have a lot of bacteria building up in the pore because of the backed up oil production caused from the hormones, creating a pimple. Now, exactly why this pimple, this pore over here gets a pimple, but this one here doesn't, they don't know. There's still a ton of stuff we don't know about acne. But what we do know is hormones, exfoliating, you got to get the dead skin cells off, and you got to kill the bacteria that is causing the pimple to occur. Oh, and there's something called cosmetic acne, acne cosmetica. It's not that cosmetics can cause acne, inherently cause acne, but some people have a particular sensitivity to a product that they put on. It's not quite sure why that product caused your acne. That takes some amount of experimenting to figure out what that means for your skin type, and that might mean altering products. But inherently, there's nothing in makeup or foundation or blush except for a personal reaction sometimes. So what can you do? So what you have to start with is over-the-counter products. And the reason I'm saying to start there is because the research says that's the best place to start. In fact, the gold standard for treating acne is the ingredient benzoyl peroxide. There are definitely studies that have looked at all of the literature around benzoyl peroxide, and the Journal of American Medical Association, I think the study was published in 2004 or something, that said benzoyl peroxide is the first line of defense and can be more effective than prescription-only options. The issue is that you don't want the benzoyl peroxide ingredient to be with any other irritating ingredients, right? Because that won't help skin. So benzoyl peroxide without the alcohol and the peppermint, eucalyptus, and that's bad for skin. So you want to look for benzoyl peroxide. You want to use a gentle cleanser, right? Because you don't want to cause irritation, right? You don't want to irritate or dry out the skin. When you dry out the skin, you hurt the skin's healing process. You want those red marks to go away. Help the skin heal. Don't irritate it. The other thing is exfoliation. Exfoliating the skin with a beta-hydroxy acid product, that means it would contain the active ingredient salicylic acid, is an incredible option for skin. Why I like salicylic acid as an exfoliant for acne-prone skin so much is because it has three unique properties. One is it exfoliates. It removes dead skin cells from within the pore and also on the surface of skin to prevent clogging. The second property, what's unique about salicylic acid, is it also has antibacterial properties. So when it absorbs in the pore, it gives you extra potency, extra, kick to kill the bacteria inside the pore. The other aspect of salicylic acid, particularly unique, is that because it is related to aspirin, right? Aspirin is acetyl salicylic acid, right? Salicylic acid, acetyl salicylic acid, is that the salicylic acid retains some of the anti-inflammatory properties of the aspirin, of the acetyl salicylic acid. That's great for acne, right? You reduce the irritation and inflammation that the pimple causes. You help the skin heal. You help it exfoliate, help it kill